Probably 25 to 30 years ago, there was a few hundred turkeys reintroduced in this particular area. It's now thought that there's somewhere around 25,000 turkeys in our county. It doesn't bother me a bit that these turkeys are getting more and more comfortable around us, although they have a tendency to leave landmines everywhere they go. They sit and wait for these Potawatomi plums to fall off. Reed and Callie recently figured out that we've got hot water plumbed to the outside of the house. This dramatically changes how much time they've been spending in their little pools, and it also affects how much propane we're using, but it's money well spent. As we're starting to get some of the little things figured out around the house, like the washer and dryer, like the refrigerator, like some of these things that we take for granted, one of the things that we struggle not having is internet. I need to be able to check emails, and our cell phone reception can be a little bit spotty. I have a cell phone booster that I got from WeBoost a couple of years ago, and I built an antenna that I could mount on the end of the house and raise the WeBoost receiver antenna up about 10 feet higher than our house is. This puts it somewhere in the neighborhood of about 30 to 35 feet high. I have the antenna pointed directly at the nearest cell phone tower, and I'm hoping that this is enough to boost our cell phone signals to LTE. It was a bit of a struggle getting the antenna mounted, and in the process of mounting the antenna, I rubbed my left arm up against a wire for an outside motion sensor light, and apparently I have it powered up, because while I was about 25 feet off the ground with a big heavy steel pole in my hand, I got shocked by that wire, and it startled me to say the least. After connecting the receiver to the rest of the WeBoost system, we powered it up, and we now have 4G LTE right here at Red Poppy Ranch. It's not that powerful. You need to be within about 10 to 12 feet of the booster, but that's fine with me. Our vanities in the bathroom are not a standard sized where I could just run down to the local big box store and pick up a couple of cultured marble tops. So I had to have two sinks custom made. They were not cheap, but more than anything, the company that made them for us was able to get them done very quickly. This was another one of these things that made my wife and kids smile. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you want to find out how important easily accessible water is to you, try living without it. We got the first 2 Moen faucets installed, and they worked beautifully. I've used Moen for many years, and I firmly believe in their products. Now, in my opinion, the best time to look for a wood-burning stove is in the middle of the summer. But in cold country, you just simply have to be looking constantly. I suppose one of the tricks to finding the deals that I find is the fact that I probably spend too much time looking.
Nothing ever felt as good or as easy as when we were young. Though I felt misunderstood, it was a pleasure running away with you. We were just children acting like adults, crazy, naive, bold and carefree. We were kids having kids, crazy, naive. It amazes me that we didn't fall apart harder than we did. Now they keep us on speaking terms. We grow and we learn. I have no regrets, only forgets. Oh, a big thank you to life for giving us sand. Oh, when the timing's right, there's no wasteland. Oh, we were just children acting like adults, crazy, naive, bold and carefree. We were kids having kids, crazy, naive. It amazes me that we didn't fall apart harder than we did. Life keeps on moving. It's cold. Yes, life goes on changing. That we didn't fall apart harder than we did.
Shut the water off.
A giraffe, we're here.
The stove really didn't need a whole lot other than a few cans of 1200 degree, very high quality paint. The paint cost me about $10 per can, but it's ready to go to work. This week was Cedar's 26th birthday for the 15th time. She doesn't ask for a whole lot, but myself and the kids thought it would be a good idea to get her something that would make her smile. Her grandmother taught her the art of observing the birds. Cedar's love for the simple things like the hummingbird feeder and the bird bath was more than she could ask for. Once the front porch is built, we will move the bird feeders from the maple tree to the front porch where we can see them up close and personal. I would love to take credit for what little bit of good I have in me, but this is a direct result of having her by my side without question. We just wrapped up the end of the very first week of the kids back to school. This is the first time in 20 years that we haven't had a child home at some point during the day.
Which is sad. It's sad to watch your babies grow up, but exciting.
It was sad for about 30 seconds.
Sad for moms. Dad's excited.
I loved it. Kids were able to get in and out of town. Cheyenne's driving the Jeep, picking the kids up, bringing them home. Between us and the neighbors, we're able to get the kids into school, and then Cheyenne brings them home. So we've got a pretty good little system going. We're getting some of the creature comforts figured out. So far, we've got the washing machine, the dryer.
I didn't have to go to the laundromat once this week. It was so awesome.
We got the fridge and freezer working off the solar system.
No more ice chests.
We got the old WeBoost system, which, by the way, I have a brand new WeBoost that's supposed to be the best one they've made showing up this week. But we've got internet. We can check emails. It's a little bit sketchy. I'm going to try and upload this video from here. We'll see how it works. But we're making progress. We're chipping away at some of these things that we hoped we would have up here.
It's almost surreal. It almost feels like this is not even, we've been wanting this for so many years. We've been working so hard that it's like, geez.
We're finally
come a long ways.
getting there. I mean, look, we should probably reevaluate it about May of next year, but after we go through winter. But we're getting there. Now that a lot of these things inside have been taken care of, I think this coming week I'm going to focus on getting the front porch going and getting some gravel up here. We need probably anywhere from 5 to 8 loads of gravel. It's going to cost anywhere from probably around $300 a load to get gravel up here.
It's going to be worth every penny. It has to be done.
Yeah.
We can handle the snow, but it's the mud and the rain that's terrible.
The mud, there were moments along the way where the mud caused me to just about throw the towel in multiple times. There were times when it took me hours and hours and hours to travel 2.5 miles. So by getting some of the gravel up here, it's going to resolve our conflict right here around the property. But anyway, we're starting to get it. Initially, Cedar's blow dryer and curling iron did not work. It was pulling too much when we would plug them in. This morning, her curling iron worked, but the blow dryer did not. So we may have to find a specific off-grid blow dryer.
Natural wind, I guess.
Yeah, and then on top of that, one of the things that we've been kicking around, as it's quite windy today, we're in a valley here. The wind blows up the valley. One of the things we're talking about is whether or not to invest in a wind generator. There seems to be about a 50-50 split. People either love them or hate them, whether it's the noise, whether it's the cost, whether they actually earn their money. But it seems like every evening when the sun goes down, that wind picks up a little bit. And I think next week we're going to do a recap of the first month living off grid. But anyway, these are some of
a little more windy than normal. This is
Yeah.
normal for this early in the afternoon.
Yeah, but anyway, so far so good. It was a great week getting some of the little things done. Now we can get back outside and hopefully get the front. I really want to get this front porch built.
We have so much to do inside, but we've got to get the outside stuff done while we've got awesome weather for the next 2 weeks probably. So everything has to be done outside, and then we'll focus on the inside.
What she said.